Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pash On Podcast. Let's get started with your host, Brian Pash.
Hi, this is Brian Pash, and welcome to another podcast. On today's show, I'm going to tackle something that may be controversial for some, even crazy for others. This is rethinking our landing page strategy for our marketing investments, both online and offline. Now, before I jump in, let me say one thing. You will not be able to understand the reasons behind my position, my new position about marketing strategy, unless you understand Google Analytics and know how to use the user flow reports, especially for paid traffic. I've written about user flow. Of course, my full course on Google Analytics helps develop the skills that automotive professionals need to analyze their marketing investments and to inspect traffic quality. But after years of research looking at paid search campaigns and the landing page choices that agencies are making, I think it's time to have a fresh discussion that maybe the homepage is the best place to take a consumer. Now, why do I say that? There's three foundational truths that we have to embrace in order to understand my position. Number one, consumers have no problem finding a dealer's website. 15 years ago, when I started in this business, yes, you could type in a dealer's name and there was no Google My Business listing, and the dealer may not even appear on page 1 of Google search results. Today, Google has worked with all the OEMs to get a list of official registered franchise dealer websites. Every dealer in the United States, for the most part, has a Google My Business listing. And when a consumer types in the name of a dealership, well, their knowledge panel, and often in the number one position organically, is their dealership name. No one's calling the dealership today and saying, hey, I'm having trouble finding your website. Number two, consumers have no problems shopping online. Yes, 15 years ago when Amazon was just in its infancy or e-commerce was in its infancy, consumers didn't feel comfortable with trusting, putting their credit cards online or searching for items. Many times, if you remember, you would hunt through Google, do a lot of searches to find products. Today, most people just go to Amazon.com. It's the perfect search engine for products that people want to purchase. But the comfort level, the fact that my mother at 85 orders products and has them shipped to her home on Amazon, just means that all generations now are comfortable with navigating, doing a product search, finding a product, landing on a product page, which in the auto industry we call a VDP, or a vehicle detail page. The third point is that dealer websites have gotten so much better. In the last few years, you've seen most website platforms be mobile responsive, load fairly quickly, and have really good navigational tools. Even search results pages give consumers the ability to shop by payment, shop by color, shop by body style. And here's my point. There was a time that it was difficult for a consumer when they landed on a dealer's website to find the vehicles or specials or products that they want. Today, that's not the case. When you consider that consumers have no problem finding the dealership websites, that they're comfortable navigating e-commerce websites, and number three, that dealer websites are designed better, they're mobile responsive, and consumers have no problems finding the vehicle or vehicles that they want to research, then we have to start to ask ourselves, shouldn't dealers be laser focused on creating a clear marketing message on why the consumer who's in market to buy a car should come to that dealer's website? What dealers are doing, instead of focusing on a clear brand message, they're just buying keywords. And here's the key. Gee, that sounds kind of funny. The key to the keywords is that Dealers are believing that through a single keyword, you can guess the intent of a consumer. It's not uncommon if a consumer typed in 2015 Toyota Camry and a dealer was running Google AdWords. Their agency would put up an ad showing, hey, we have 2015 Toyota Camrys in stock, maybe even showing a price of an in-stock vehicle. When they click on the ad, they go to an SRP, a listing of the 2015 Camrys, or even a VDP. What dealers aren't looking at is that in many cases, these dynamic VIN-based ads that are taking consumers to an SRP see 70 to 80% abandon rate, meaning the consumer doesn't go any further. Yet, when you take a paid click to the home page, typically only 20 to 25% abandon, meaning they continue their shopping. Now, this is completely opposite of what Google has told dealers. That you need to overthink the keywords, you need to overthink the landing page, you need to have relevant ad copy, and then you have to drive them to the best guess. And here's what's happening. The data is showing me that many agencies just are bad guessers, meaning it's extremely difficult to get intent from a single keyword. How do I know this? Well, less than 15% of AdWords phone call conversions are for the intended campaign. So most dealers spend most of their AdWords budget on new or used car marketing. Yet, less than 15% of the phone calls from those ad campaigns are for new or used sales opportunities. And please don't argue with me that phone calls are good in general and it helps the service department. Sure, no one's going to argue that. But if you're trying to hit a new car sales step goal, if you're trying to hit your bonus by selling more used cars, then, well, even though it's helping service, it's not helping the primary business objective, which is to sell more cars. So we have to say, if we're going to spend money on Google AdWords, and there should be a budget item for that, we should be doing more testing with this concept. Instead of guessing, take them to the homepage. And then you'll be able to see which clicks are naturally interested in shopping and which clicks were just designed to get to the homepage, get a phone number, and call. You see, VDP views is a misnomer because it is not directly aligned with sales, because people are sending clicks to VDPs based on a single keyword. Now, sometimes people bring up lot links and say, well, doesn't lot links do that? And the answer is no. Lot links originally may have done that, but today they're looking at multiple searches, multiple consumer actions to model intent and then bring them to the proper page. And it results in really high engagement. And when done properly, lot links helps dealers accelerate their turn rate. But the majority of dealers are using the basic AdWords strategy of guessing intent by a single keyword, showing an ad, driving them to a landing page, and nobody's looking at what's happening on the landing page. So I want to encourage you that since consumers have no problem finding a dealership website, since consumers are comfortable with shopping in e-commerce or a product-based website, and since dealership websites are mobile, responsive, and generally easy to use, our marketing message needs to be different. I think that this is a renaissance for things like cable TV, where through video, dealers can create a clear message why today that in-market shoppers should visit their website. Instead of trying to figure out what landing page or go to our specials page, listen, consumers know how to get that. If you look at a Dealer Inspire website, the homepage says new inventory, used inventory, specials, schedule service, read our reviews. 5 buttons. It can't be any simpler than that. But we have to get the in-market shopper to the website. Then they're comfortable with shopping. They're comfortable with finding. Companies like CarNow are providing concierge-based chat services. So I want you to think about this. Maybe trying to be a sharpshooter, a sniper, using basic Google tools isn't the right strategy anymore. Yes, you need specific targeted marketing intelligence tools, and lot links is one of them. But for your branding campaigns, for your other campaigns designed to sell newer used cars, I want you to start testing taking people to the homepage, because then you will see how many people move from the homepage and actually shop, meaning you will see whether the keywords you're buying are really bringing incremental new car or used car shoppers to your website. By taking them to the SRP and 70 and 80% of them bounce, there's absolutely no way a dealer can look me in the eye or an agency can look me in the eye and say that's going to help them sell more cars. It may get the phone to ring, but it's for service or to call about a party or ask for a donation. But things have changed. So dealers need to have an omnipresent, clear message on why an in-market shopper should visit their website today. Digital retailing plays into this perfectly, because if a dealership truly has a transparent, frictionless buying process, that's a great message to get out on cable. That's a great message to get out on video on Facebook and YouTube, meaning a clear video message that explains that this dealer is offering a new buying experience, a frictionless buying process, that you've listened to the customer feedback. So just go to our homepage, go to www.abctoyota.com. It almost sounds like we're going back to a more branded message, but listen, today, when you think of the people who sell clothes, whether it's Macy's or JCPenney, listen, they're not educating people on what page to go to. They're just saying, we're having a sale. We're having a big sale. And it's only for these 3 days. And all they're doing is telling people to go to jcpenney.com. Brands like TrueCar, Cars.com, AutoTrader, KBB, Car Gurus have created a clear brand proposition and said, go to the homepage. They're not laser focused on trying to guess intent on a single keyword. They want consumers to know that when they're ready to buy a car, TrueCar gives you a great experience, or Car Gurus gives you a great experience. When you're in the market for housewares, Macy's wants you to know they're having a houseware sale. Not which specific pots or trying to guess what you need. It's come to the website. We make it easy for you to find exactly what you want, and it's on sale. So when I look at dealers' AdWords campaigns and paid search campaigns and marketing campaigns, and I look at the user flow, the landing pages that are being used and what consumers do, it's amazing how bad the guessing is. And I encourage you that if you don't know how to inspect your paid search, if you don't know how to score traffic quality, you should look into tools like VistaDash. VistaDash has automated all the marketing intelligence that dealers need across all their marketing channels to give them a clear picture of what channels are bringing engaged shoppers to their website that act like consumers who look like they're going to buy a new or used car. Dealers don't need more traffic, they need more engaged traffic. And if you're sending consumers to pages that they abandon at 70, 80, even 90%, that means you are losing valuable opportunities. Your return on ad spend is very, very poor. So I want you to rethink if it's easy for consumers to find a dealer's website. They're comfortable with shopping online, and dealership websites are super easy. Instead of trying to sniper individual keywords and guess 3 out of 4 times wrong, why don't you have a more clear branding value proposition, drive more people to the homepage, and then see who goes and navigates for the products you want to sell. It's an eye-opener. It's definitely a shift in thinking, and it gives great opportunities for dealers who are leveraging cable TV, who are leveraging video on Facebook, who are leveraging video on YouTube to make a clear, omnipresent message of why a consumer, when they're in market, should go to the dealer's website. That, I believe, is extremely important when coupled with the first mover advantage of embracing digital retailing. If you are interested in advanced data strategies for advertising, if you're interested in understanding marketing strategy for digital retailing, I encourage you to register for the Automotive Analytics and Attribution Summit. It's November 18th, 19th, and 20th in Palm Beach, Florida. It's an amazing event for advanced thinkers and people who want to break out of the norm. So you will hear from me some of my specific research at looking at paid search campaigns and what happens when you rethink that strategy. You're going to hear from industry leaders, and the top digital retailing companies will be there showing their products, showing their solutions to create a frictionless buying process. And of course, my new book, Frictionless, with co-author Tom Gage, will be released at the show as well. So what are you waiting for? If you're interested in improving your return on ad spend, go to automotiveattributionsummit.com, get your team registered, and be prepared to rethink your marketing strategy to sell more cars in a digital age. Thank you so much for listening to today's podcast, and I look forward to sharing more time with you in the future.